Okay, let's see if I can put this together here. Hello. I have pens here to try to sort out for people. And of course, I can't, this is what I want this thing right here. So that I can show these to Mitch so he knows what he's getting. If he knows what he's getting. Do I need any of these? Oh, this is a cracked barrel. This is going to do no one any good. So let's just not even show that one. Okay. I can't remember whether he wanted this or not. This has, no, I think I won't trouble him with that one. What will I trouble him with, though? I don't know. Maybe these are it. For Mitch. Set that over here. Put these up here. I have way too many pens in way too many places. I'm going to try to figure out how to condense these pens into fewer places, if I can do that. See if I can pull this out without causing trauma. My counterbalance here is also my illumination, which was not a wise thing to do, maybe. No, let's try something else here. Why did I tape these things together? It made me do this. I wonder. Back. Put that here. Here's another yummy Waterman. Okay. I used to have things organized much better than I have them organized now. But anyway, okay. I have this. I needed this for a skyline. It wasn't this skyline. This is perfectly fine right here. Okay, that needs a cap. What does this need? Is this the one I wanted to keep? I think this one I might have wanted to keep. I think it needs a sack. Yes, it does need a sack. So this is going to go in. What box am I going to put my keeper pens in? From right there. Okay, now this one. This needs a sack. Burgundy. This is not the short cap. Where's the short cap? Come on, short cap. Where are you? This needs a sack and a short cap. I had it here, I thought. Oh, maybe I gave it to one of the nice guys. Okay, this one I may see if I can find a slightly juicier nib for. God, this is so nice the way it is. Maybe Will Hodge will get this one, just so he can play with the nice nib. Okay, pencils. These are all going to Mr. Round. Mr. Round is getting a heck of a lot of pens. I think he's getting more pens than he should get. I think I may reduce the quantity. Not that he doesn't deserve them, mind you. These were pens I was going to send to Peter of Peter Draws fame, but maybe. Okay, look at this one, FX Technol. This has 2 white dots. It's doubly protected. So I've got to figure out how that's going to work. Doesn't belong there. Okay, what about this one? This is this might be a good one for Mr. Round. It's really a nice difference between the two, right side up and upside down. I think this might work for him. Oh, look, food. A hermit and cocoa that needs to be stirred because this is made with real chocolate, not concentrate. Mm-mm. Mm. Yum. Mm-mm-mm. Hello, Dimitri. I keep finding more pens for you guys. But at some point, I imagine you're going to say, do you think I made a money? Or something like that. I'm sure you will find all of these pens to be quite lovely. So, do you want to come on board here? Oh shit. This is saying that I can't. God damn it. Every once in a while I get an error occurred. Wait a moment and try again. It's not letting me invite you in. No, see, it won't even let me. It won't even. Okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take a picture of the URL you have to type in. Sometimes it just doesn't, these things don't work right. So it's a pain in the butt. But it does work. Okay, so you type in https://streamyard.com, and then you type this in. 25 NFKDTY6I. StreamYard.com/25NFKDTY6I. Are you making it work? Ooh, this is a nice nib. This is the first model of the very first pen I bought from the company I now own. Very sharp, snappy little action on this one. section's red and the barrel is blue. For some reason, the blue barrel the blue section just cracked right off. Don't understand why it did that. Ooh, oh, there, yes, ooh, sorry. Another really nice nib. See, this is like that Waterman nib, except it's in a skyline. So maybe this will be the pen for you. This is the one that this thing has to come out. Come on, get out of there. Oh, here you are. Sorry. Add to stream.
Hello.
Hi. So my thought is, since you're here and you're used to, I mean, you're here and you're able to talk to me right now about certain pens, I can have you say yes or no right here, whether you like this pen or not. And I'll just put them in a pile and I'll send you what the cost is.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can let me know.
So first I will observe with my eyes, which have no dollar signs.
Which have no dollar signs on them, yes.
My father had a saying, with your eyes you can eat an ocean. Something like that.
Okay. Okay, so I'll fix this. And this goes in here and that goes over here. So
they're all gold nibs, just to get that out of the way, right?
All will be gold nibs.
Okay.
There was one that I had that was a steel nib, but I thought
I saw that.
maybe I would send that to Mr.
Yeah.
Partly because, I mean, when I think of you, I think vertical and I think broad and sort of forceful in how you hold the pen. With Mr. Round, whose name is Minimal Scholar on Instagram, he's the opposite of you.
Yeah.
Sort of, in terms of how he minimal scholar. He seems to write very horizontally.
Yeah. I'm surprised. Yeah, you're right.
And you write very vertically.
Yeah.
But he also what do you write? I can't remember what you said.
He flows more. Well, I sent you some of my scribbles.
Yeah. But I didn't read them. I didn't read the scribbles, but do you see, one of the things that this guy does, he uses two pens with different kind of ink, depending on how he's editing something or how he does a lot of marginalia writing as well. So he has a very, very complicated, well, I think it's complicated. Like here's a page of his journal.
Yeah.
So he writes a certain kind of things when he's writing his own words, certain kind of things when he's paraphrasing the author, and
Like a
he uses he
color
uses
code. He's really structured.
yeah, very structured. And so I think of him as wanting a really fine nib. He also is someone that writes both right side up and upside down with the pen nib. And there are certain pens, you can do that with any pen, but there's certain pens that seem to like it better.
Yeah, more
So,
quality.
and I like when the difference between one side and the other side is distinct and very different. So I thought, when I see a pen like that, that goes into his little basket. But I could also send one to you if you think you like that idea.
I mean, not so much.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I do sometimes reverse, but not so much. So I don't. I'm trying to see if I could find some writing.
Well, without seeing it, actually, what in fact do you write? What are the words you don't have to tell me exactly, but I mean, is it journaling? Are you writing on a novel? Are you
No, no, no. Um,
taking
so
notes?
more
In
of a. I'm like a perpetual engineering student, so I'm always studying, taking notes of things that I'm learning.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit artistic, so therefore I'm just jotting notes, and then what I like to do is improve my penmanship and go back to, because I'm unemployed now, go back to more artistic pursuits.
Okay.
So this is why I think doing like doing this. It's just basically a scribbly mess, but
Uh, well,
I'm trying to not be so vertical, right?
okay.
And just playing around with stuff to
Well,
get
there's nothing
comfortable.
wrong with being vertical. So here are four pens that I have for you right now, and I'm just going to show you how they write.
Yeah, and
And
here's some more stuff I just wrote
okay,
last night. So
okay.
yeah,
Right now it looks like you both write large or small. You don't have a specific size. Mr. Round tends to stay within a
yeah,
relatively normal thing. He sometimes will write smaller if the space is there, but I think he naturally wants to be, in sort of, this
mm-hmm,
realm. Where
mm-hmm.
yours, just on the page you showed me, you have that plus this. Now that
Yeah,
might be just you playing around, but there's nothing wrong with playing around. So um, anyway, so for you, I think um, because you seem to be willing to be artistic and to play around with calligraphy and maybe uh, I think in a way you might get more variety in the package I'm sending you, just
yeah,
because I I don't I think you are willing to do more things. Where Mr. Round, I think um, I think an important part of his diet in pens will be that he really wants it to be smooth in all directions. Where you, I think, maybe because of your interest in the stub kind of a thing and having, I think you talked about having pens ground or
yeah,
changed. I think you're willing to take a pen that is a little scratchier in its sound. So anyway, so this is the first one that I found for you that I think you're going to like. It's a Moore,
yeah.
uh, $75. It says on the little taggy for
Okay,
this one. I don't think there's going to be a pen that is going to be more than that. They might be in that range. There's some that'll be a little less, but I think um, a pen that has largish sized nib that is somewhat flexible will clock in at that amount. So this is one that I thought you'd like.
Yep.
This is a Skyline. Now,
Mm.
this one says 85. I don't know why it says that rather than something else, but maybe this would be 75 as well. This has what I like about Skylines is they're generally have a nice rubbery nib. And I feel that you can be a little bit more abusive with a Wahl Eversharp Skyline pen than you could with maybe this one or a Waterman. But this one, I like to provide pens like this for artists because I know that in their drawing the thunderstorm and avalanche and whatever they're drawing, they sometimes forget about how to make sure they don't press down too hard on the upstroke. So, but anyway, so
I think without having experienced it, what I was trying to do with my pens, which are stiff nails,
yeah,
besides whether they're stub or they're italic or cursive or in between, I was trying to fly on the page, or like you're like a skater on ice.
Yeah.
And they were limiting me, and they're actually, because I was going so fast and so, it was ripping the page. Not very good paper, by the way.
Oh, well,
that's why I think the Skyline might just, I felt like it would give me that fluidity.
Yeah. Now here is this little Schaefer with a very fine but slightly bouncy nib.
Looks good.
That I think you'd like. It's also a little thinner than the other ones, and I think you might enjoy that. So I've got these three. Now I did have this Waterman that had this sort of big rubbery nib that I thought you'd like. I mean, everyone would love this because it's just so wet and juicy. I'm going to see if I can find a better rather than one that's broken in too many places. See if I can find a better body for a nib like this. Now, whether it's this nib or it's a Skyline nib, I found a Skyline just now that had a nice rubbery nib. Now, where did I put it? I thought it was right here. And is it this one? No.
It seems stiffer.
This is stiffer. Yeah. There was one that I just had though. Where did I?
Yeah, that Waterman looked juicy. I don't know. It looked.
Well, the Waterman is
different.
The Waterman is juicy.
Yeah.
And you're welcome to buy it or try it out and
sure.
send it back if you hate it. I'll tell you what the price will be based on the problems it has. It's a pen that once you start playing with it, you can easily ignore.
Yeah. Well,
how
I don't think I'll be embarrassed. You know what?
Yeah.
Like some people, they really like pristine things, but for me, it's just getting lost in the experience.
Yeah.
So if it means that I'm going to save some dollars, of course, give me the cheaper but best experience.
Okay.
Okay. That makes sense.
I will. I mean, I just saw one of these sell on eBay for $130, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't have, the broken ends and it had a clip. And it probably didn't have as nice a nib as this one, but it can be sort of $80 just for as it is right now. And it doesn't mean that they can't be upgraded later. This one here's another $80 one. Similar nib, a little bit finer. Maybe it starts out a little finer and doesn't go quite as broad. This one has a broken end. It doesn't have a broken top, but anyway, it's just maybe not as nice a nib as this one. So
Yeah.
Now, do you have uh, if you like flexible? Right now, all of these pens have flexible nibs. Some are more rubbery and juicy. Some are a little tight.
Mhm.
There are pens like this Waterman. This is a Waterman ladies pen, hard rubber pen from the 20s.
Mhm.
These are all plastic pens from the 30s and 40s. Um, oh, there we go. But I can put a Waterman pen like this together for you. It's a lady's pen, had a ring on the top to go on a little ribbon or watch
Mhm.
chain or something. But this has a very, very delicate but springy thing.
Ah.
It's
So is it
very
thin? It must be thinner then, right? If by saying delicate, it must be thinner than
well.
the
It's
nib.
imagine
Hmm. Or is it finer? Finer by
it's a
delicate.
little it's a little finer to start with,
Mhm.
and but it also if I had both of these pens and I was applying the same amount of pressure
Oh,
to both, this one will splay more easily.
wow.
So it's a little the gold is maybe a little thinner
Mm.
or um, built a little bit differently. So you're gonna a pen like this. I really like to say you really have to watch out because what I'll do when I send these things to you, I'll send it on a piece of paper with a blank area next to where I'm writing, and I'm going to say this pen, the
Oh,
Waterman Hard
good.
Rubber, is
Good.
has a range that goes from here to
Nice.
there, but don't go further than that.
Mhm.
Otherwise you'll break it. Because this one, it does it tells me by just a slight change of pressure, it
Mhm.
spreads and then it stops wanting to spread. But I can
Yeah.
still press down and make it spread more and it'll break. But I I'm used to, having done this for 40 years. I'm used
Mm.
to understanding how they work, and I can hear them when they say, ouch, 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 where you might not hear that right away.
Right.
Uh,
I think I'll be more careful in that. But what's interesting is what these pens seem to be doing is they're not railroading. Most people will stop pressing when it starts to railroad. But if these don't railroad, then people might start pressing more and more, I would
you
think.
know, they
So that
might.
would be like a danger sign.
Well, railroading
Normal,
has more to do with
the
ink
feed, eh?
flow and the feed
Yeah.
than the nib. The nib should be able to, as long as there's ink flowing to it, the nib should be able to make a line of any thickness, you know, uh, perfectly fine, I would think. But again, um, I think if you use inks, I use relatively watery inks, Waterman and Mont Blanc and
Hmm.
Schaefer and Parker. I don't use Noodler's ink. I don't use um, fancy boutique inks because I don't trust them. I don't.
The thick, yeah, the thick
So
shimmering.
shimmering inks, no, you don't do
Yeah.
that. So if you use a
No.
Waterman or a Schaefer or a Parker ink and you use nice paper, you won't have a problem. So
Of
does
course.
a pen like this with a delicate nib seem like it would be worth trying out?
You know, I have. Okay, I would say initially I would say no because it scares the hell out of me. But
Uh-huh.
then I'm saying to myself, but I need to leave myself room for to expand because
Yeah.
what I mean, I used to play tennis for 10 years, competitive and all that. And my the way I strung my racket and the way I played changed as my level changed. So I'm thinking, depending on the money, of course, I may have to say no to this one
Okay.
because I want the other one more.
Okay.
But
Okay.
this is what's enticing about this one is how different it is.
Yeah.
So you
Well,
really got my interest.
I really want to. I mean, I may, when I look through these things, I might say, okay, these are the 5 pens I selected with you online. Hello,
Yeah.
Russell. Russell is my friend from West Virginia who
Hmm.
um, is a artist and beautiful draftsman.
Russell.
Yeah, Russell,
Hmm.
and he is someone I met through Peter Draws, who's
Oh yeah, he's cool.
and I sent Peter Draws a pen
Oh, you did.
for free, and it was his first old pen, and he was amazed by it. And I sent him an email, and I said, Peter, you have to go. I see there's a pen show coming up in your neck of the woods.
Mhm.
Please go to it. And he went to it, and he bought a pen for $200. It was
Oh,
a Waterman. I mean, it was worth what he paid, and he bought
yes.
a Waterman like this, except it was a number 5 size, bigger pen,
Mhm.
and just he did it a year ago maybe top 5 pens in his life, and that was the top. That
Oh,
pen
gotta
could
go
be
see it.
because he's still he used it a lot. It just did everything he wanted the pen to do, but because he spent so much money on it, I think he's afraid of using it. And its
Yeah.
nib was similar to this, or maybe the love child of these two Watermans. It had a nice, flexible, bouncy.
It's like
Uh,
it's like it's like a Rolls Royce, or for me it'd be a
yeah,
Ferrari that you just adore, but you won't take it out.
yeah.
Oh,
And,
that's why I like the fact that they're beat up. I'm not going to be as afraid to
yeah,
use them. I have the same syndrome. If they're pristine, I just keep them in the box, even though
yeah,
I'm very careful. But that's. Could you do me a favor?
yeah.
Would you mind drawing circles with just one or two circles and a figure 8 with each
Okay,
one?
okay. Russell, this is the code to get in. If you want to join us,
I typed it. Actually, I typed it for everybody.
uh,
If you look at the stream,
I don't know. It didn't come through.
oh, it didn't come through. Okay, I thought I typed it
Yeah,
in the chat.
yeah. No, it didn't come through. It's
Okay.
very weird. Normally, I don't have a problem, but I don't know if Russell wants to join us or not, or if he's still even here. Yeah. Okay. So let's do our uh, our figure 8s here.
So what I'll do is I'll concentrate because I can feel what you're doing. It's just that you sometimes go fast and you're talking, and I lose track which one was what. So now I'm
Okay.
going to keep track.
Okay. So we'll call this the Delicate Waterman.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and here I'm barely touching the paper, and I'm
Mhm.
dipping it in ink, by the way. I'm not
That's okay.
filling it. Oops, come on. Figure
Oh
8.
yeah.
So this is Delicate Waterman.
Yeah, but
And it's just very boingy, 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 springy.
But what you did
Okay.
with it, it's just okay. Let's see how it compares to your others. Now, if you do the same thing with
Okay.
the others, I'll see how it
Okay.
limits you or how it changes your writing.
Okay. Now here's the other Waterman with it's all beat up.
This is weird, eh? It's like I'm trying to experience through your experience.
Oh,
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is so different. Like
so
this
this
is
is
just
the
amazing.
plastic Waterman. So
But
and they both, they're pulling out gallons of ink.
yeah, but this is this one feels amazing. Like I don't know, I get this amazing feeling from this one. Like I don't know, it's just the way the bottom of your oops, the bottom. Oh,
What?
yeah. It
Anyway,
just
so the
seems
plastic Waterman. Yeah.
maybe it's the springiness. That's what it is.
I'll do. This is the skyline I had picked for you, though this might be the least interesting, but I'll throw it out here anyway.
Yeah.
So round, 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 round. I'm writing on a bump here.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
a
this
little
is so different, this one.
skyline,
Yeah, this is really different
and this one seems
to
to
the
have
other
a
two.
little tiny bit of a stub nib to it. Again, it's just what Rob Morrison calls the footprint of a pen. It's if you imagine the nib having a footprint. Sometimes they're round, sometimes they're like a stub, sometimes they might have a slightly shaped thing, so the thick lines automatically will happen in a different location. And this one feels, again, the vertical action seems to be good there. Okay, let's do now. We'll end with the first one. So this is the very thin. Here's Russell. And stream.
Hey,
Hello,
Russell.
Hello? Can you hear me okay?
Yep.
Yeah, we can. But let me just finish this with Dimitri. So this is the Schaefer. So really, really fine. Has a little bit of flex.
Okay, so I think if I could relate it to being on a boat.
Yeah.
I mean, the Waterman felt like I would. Okay, no, the Delicate Waterman.
Yeah. First one.
Yeah, that. Okay, it's a combination of feeling like the boat is going to be like it's going to hit the wave and it's going to wobble.
Yeah.
But the Waterman felt like it was so stable, smooth, up and down motion, like springiness.
Yeah.
Where the other ones feel a little stiffer. The Plastic Waterman just seems amazing.
Yeah.
The Skyline is wonderful because it's different. The Schaefer is actually the Schaefer now is at the bottom of my list because I have an aversion to fine lines, which
Okay.
is just because I'm new, right?
Yeah.
So I would say
Here's
Plastic Waterman number 1, Skyline number 2, the Delicate Waterman number 3, and Schaefer number 4. What is this that you're showing me?
this is the Moore. This is the one.
Oh, the Moore. I forgot about the Moore.
So
Okay.
this is
I
the
didn't
one
even watch you.
This is the love child of the Plastic Waterman and the Skyline. Maybe came up with this one because it does have this slight.
Can you do the circles again? Oh yeah. So the Schaefer really stands out by itself.
The Schaefer is just really, really fine.
Yeah.
But I just threw that in because it's so different. And I had.
Yeah.
What is making that noise? Is someone? Do you hear that noise? It sounds like.
I hear it. It sounds like a sawing noise.
Yeah,
That
someone's
my fan.
Huh?
Oh, your fan.
Oh, okay.
Bothering you because I can turn it off.
Must be
if you
close
could
to
just
the
turn
mic.
it off for a few minutes, Russell, that would be great. So I sent 3 pens to Tasha, and I included a very fine Schaefer, which she was not expecting, and that is her favorite pen now because it's
Oh no.
So this is a Moore. So again, they're all so different.
I think you're right. From what I can see, there is a difference. Yes, you're right.
They're all very different from each other, and
Yeah, they are.
I think, if you were here across the table from me and only could buy one pen, you might easily say, I really love the Plastic Waterman because it's so moppy. And then you'll start writing a check out for that, and then you'll say, oh, but that Delicate Waterman. And then you'll say, oh my God, so you end up buying all of them.
Collector.
But
I want spicy. I want sweet. I want sour. I want.
yeah, you want the diet one too.
Well, yeah.
The doctor says you have to have the diet one.
So you know what I
So
was
anyway,
thinking when you were writing, I was thinking an image of a spring, like a shock absorber, and
yeah,
some are like dead and they don't spring as lively, and others are spring more lively. It's a snapback, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah. So okay, I think you've got me sold on the variety. Yes.
Okay. Well, what I'll do is I'll take a picture of these
Yep.
and I'll do something very similar to this and write what the prices are, send them to you, let me know which ones you want,
Yep.
and I'll package them up and send them off on Monday morning.
Sure. And if you want to take a picture of just that, that's fine.
Okay. Well, I want to,
If you have time.
I mean, I will have time to do something a little bit different only because um, I'm sort of leaning very awkwardly at this desk. So
Yeah.
I'll sit more comfortably and do it. But good, I'm glad you like these. I'll just show you
Yeah. I'm
some of the
surprised.
ones.
Yeah.
I'll show you the ones that I was doing for Mr. Round. And again,
Yes.
they are um, they're just different. That's all. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
and there's more in his little basket than in your basket because
But I have
he,
them more too. That's a joke.
yes,
That's a joke.
bump, bump. He also had some pencil leads, so I thought, well, I'll send him some pencils
Nice.
for him to play around with. Okay, so here's Mr. Round. Now, there's some of these I added thinking that I would weed them out a little bit. So here's a Schaefer Triumph nib pen,
Triumph. Yes.
which is very firm. They're rarely flexible, but what I like about them is they are ones that look really cool and you can flip them upside down and they seem to work very well
Yeah.
upside
Amazing.
down. Schaefer Triumph. Okay. Then there was this nice little Schaefer that, and again, I'm thinking round for him, horizontal.
Yeah. Beautiful. Yep.
Anytime that I'm dealing with a left-handed person,
Oh.
I always start with a Schaefer because no matter how they hold the pen, it usually is very smooth for them. There's a slight upturn on their nibs. So Schaefer stripe.
Holy shit.
Down.
Where are you?
Here's Reginald Black, and it's a nice bouncy skyline, similar to the one that you're getting, except maybe a little wider on the quietest point, but nice rubbery. So this is very round skyline. I'm sure that some of these I'm gonna decide are too similar. This is very similar to the Schaefer you're getting in terms of how it writes. Maybe not quite as fine. Black Schaefer.
This one looks like it's a little wetter.
I think I dipped it in the water too much.
Yeah.
Here's another skyline. Why did I include this? I wonder. This is
Wow.
It's similar to your skyline, maybe a little firmer, but again, it's one that can go sideways really, really easily.
Yeah.
So it's good for round.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it goes vertically fine as well. I mean, it's fine. But I'll probably end up, reducing his little batch a little bit. Here's another Schaefer, similar to yours, except in fact, this is very much like yours. Same color, same everything. And then the last one was another little bouncy waterman. And this is sort of the love child of the delicate waterman and the plastic waterman, but it also has a broken end on it.
Mm-hmm.
But they're each there's only two that are like each other. Strangely enough, all the other ones they're also different from each other. These two green Schaefers are almost identical. So there you go. Oops.
Amazing.
This one is
Amazing. You have a
this is yours. This is,
wide selection.
I do. I have way many more pens than I need. And for example, oops, sorry. You still there?
Oh yeah.
This cabinet
No.
is full.
Right. Yeah. Wow.
So
organized.
So yeah, part of my life is organized.
The good part.
Okay.
The good part, eh?
I'm gonna come over here. It does sound like someone's mowing the lawn. Someone's mowing the carpeting in your house.
I hear it too, but I think that might be the fan on my computer, actually. So
Ah, yes.
Okay.
A little bit of rattle.
Cam, let me just turn this around. Oops, I don't want that. I want front camera. Oh, there I am.
Uh-huh.
So I'm wearing my other outfit is a strapless Dior number t-shirt.
I'm sure.
When I wear this, it usually means I have laundry to do. When you actually see me with my strapless Dior number, it means it's too late. Anyway, so good. Well, let me do this, Dimitri. I now have a group of pens for you that I think you'll be happy with trying.
Yep.
And you should probably be happy purchasing in the fullness of time. I'll add it up, tell you what the cost would be. You can send me a thing on PayPal for it. And then again, if you're pleased with them, we'll exchange them in the fullness of time. I'm heading off to Minneapolis at the end of the month for a month and a half or so. So I may not be able to do anything more complicated than talking about the pens, but I think that these will be a nice start.
Yes, I really think so.
Good. Russell, are you
Appreciate your
drawing
time
us?
and effort.
Are you drawing a portrait of us?
Oh,
not very well.
Who are you drawing? You can't be drawing me. You must be drawing Dimitri.
Yep.
I used to, actually, I love portraiture. That's where I started.
Okay.
I never really stayed with it.
Well, I'll send you Russell's Instagram account.
Great.
Because I think you'll really be fascinated by his
Oh, good.
talent and skill, and also the variety of styles he's able to master.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure Peter has like money invested in me or something for absolutely no reason.
There are a few people that I would love to invest money in the futures category, and you are among the 2 or 3 people. So,
My teachers always told me I had no future.
well, they were wrong. You want to show us how far you got, or is that?
I don't know. You remember that phrase you always quote? The portrait is the painting where the nose is always wrong.
No, the portrait is John Singer Sargent, the famous portraitist, said a portrait is a painting where there's always something wrong with the mouth.
Oh, okay.
It's the mouth that's fucked up. Are you having problems with his nose, though?
Just a little bit, but I may have given it a trick and resolved it.
Well, what's really nice about this COVID business is it's so much easier doing portraits of people when they got a fucking mask on half their face. Much easier. And you're using a Derwent pencil?
Yeah, or rather a Daler-Rowney.
Oh.
I'm actually using a 4H right now.
Oh God. Why are you tormenting yourself with
Hard.
that?
Because I love this.
Detail.
You know?
God,
I
you
have
must
this
work
weird. Oh yeah, I have a weird thing where I can be delicate with my tools, but I really, really, really love to abuse the hell out of them.
I see.
It's not very nice.
Well, it seems to me that even when you do abuse a 4H, you're still not getting enough feedback. You know,
I've been here for like a week and a half.
So anyway, I have to. Oh my God, I'm down to 5%.
Okay, just give me 10 seconds and I'll show you the progress.
Hey.
Okay.
So, Dimitri, my name is Russell.
Yes, Russell.
I hadn't formally introduced myself, but I hope that should suffice.
Mm-hmm.
But I got tons of work.
So yeah, when I started to dabble, I hurt my back. I couldn't walk, so I'm an engineer. So when I started to explore what I could do because I was under a lot of pain, I started drawing. And what I started drawing was faces mostly. So yeah, really interesting.
Okay.
That's the place where I started when I started drawing. Like, I mean, after drawing cartoons and all.
Yeah.
I found myself just wanting to do faces over and over again.
Yeah.
But you're an engineer?
Yeah. I think by drawing faces, you get deeper into the soul, right?
Yeah, that's probably why I avoided faces. I didn't draw faces until just recently.
I don't think you can get deeper into the soul by going into your face unless your head is in your shoes.
Okay, well,
energies manifest. Okay, our energies manifested in expressions.
yeah.
So if you observe expressions, you can feel the energy, right? So to me, the face is like a canvas, and it shows your heart, it shows your mind, your eyes.
Well, I was just making a bad pun.
I'm also very, very shy, and I didn't want people to ask questions that were too personal about me. So I didn't ask any questions of anyone else. I just went around with little blinders on, trying to avoid eye contact with anyone. So faces are something that's new to me as of the last decade or two, whereas and I still a portrait that I draw is a picture that has something wrong with everything, but not just the mouth. No, I can do some. I can do. Russell and I have been guinea pigs for each other, and we've been doing some nice drawings of each other. I'm learning. I'm trying to learn. Okay, Mr. Russell.
All right. There's about as far as I've gotten here. I don't think I did a terribly accurate job.
You have a square jaw there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've turned him into a.
Yeah, it's hard, right? I mean, it's.
Russell,
Like I said, can't all be winners.
Well, keep at it.
I'm gonna sign off now. Russell, do you want to draw the elephant routine later today, maybe?
I can't because people are dropping off of work, obviously, and I have to fill in positions for them. So
Okay. They're gonna owe you a lot of hours in the next life because they're not gonna do it now. Okay. Well,
It was
you all
nice.
be good. You all be good. I'll see you later.
Be well.
Bye.
all right, bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you. Take care.